So, do you feel part of something?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made the effort to come tonight with a broken toe.
No, it shows you
your
dedication
genuine,
to
Yeah.
You're part of the gym.
I feel part of Fairburn House. It's Fairburn family. That's what we're part of.
Yeah, it feels nice. You know, I feel at home. You know. Yeah.
The North East London Borough of Redbridge. What are the shared activities that take place? Who are the people that take part? And what keeps them coming back? We've been spending time with different groups throughout Redbridge, asking individuals why they're a part of something. With their help, the conversations have been made into short films and played back to their group, in a process that involves them opening up and discussing the personal aspirations and challenges that they manage by being part of something.
Sorry, did Mark tell you you ain't coming in today? What? He didn't run up Wednesday either, was he?
I left here before and went to another gym. And don't get me wrong, they're all good trainers there. But this place brought me back because of the friendship, the coaches,
Go on,
the coaches, especially Jumbo. I call him Uncle Jumbo.
What's that about? I ain't fair. I was the one that got him back. I thought when he come back, it wasn't me.
You know what, we were talking about this earlier on, weren't we? We said everybody leaves, but they always come back.
How many boxes we've had leave in the last season that have come back?
About 4 or 5.
Do you know, like, so it's like...
But equally, if you look at it, I mean, as a club, and I have to say this, the representation that we've got from BME groups, it's high.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's about belonging.
This is like for a small step for a snap of the head.
Sometimes, I think, the public perception of people with physical disabilities is that they're either elite Paralympians or people on benefits.
The main perception that I get is that you're either a Paralympian or you're benefits. If you're a disabled person, no one thinks about the everyday person that just wants to come and join a club.
I've never thought about that.
Just join a club and be part of something, you know. And it's like what you say though, really, about like Gambia.
Yeah.
People's attitude towards you know, disabled people, they're useless.
It's what's nice about this club in particular, but I found disability sports in general as well. It's a lot more welcoming.
And nobody comes up to you and goes, so, what's wrong with you? I always get, everyone knew I went before I started playing sport. Everyone was like, so, why'd you walk with that frame? And why'd you do this and why'd you do that?
Yeah.
And they haven't even asked me what my name is.
Everyone has come from not the same background, but they've had a challenge.
Yeah.
And they understand how difficult it is, so they're just like, I'm going to make this person feel more welcome because I know it was like myself.
They've all gone up in the air.
Oh, look. That's not what someone else should say.
This group allows me to meet people from all sorts of different paths of life and share ideas.
Well, we are all different, aren't we?
But it's not only marquetry, but you can talk to people and everybody's got different interests.
I've got a personal ambition to be a role model for Muslim kids in our community. Since 9/11, I've been very conscious about the media and how we're being perceived. And I think it's important that we have integration. And I'm a strong believer in integration. And I think sport is an environment in which we can demonstrate to individuals, whether you're from a travelling community, whether you're Sikh, whether you're English, this is an opportunity to show actually, you know what, we're not that far apart.
Do you come across that tabs
And they're the ones getting all the media attention. They're the ones that are creating the image, the negative image for us.
What's your thoughts? It's easy to stereotype.
At the end of the day, in the gym, there's like, we've got Irish travellers, we've got Muslims, we've got Sikhs, and everyone's fine. There's nothing that I don't really understand why.
Ignorance is a bliss. Ignorance is a joy. I showed over there, which is like Rash. It's a great one. Like, it's a great role model. A lot of people, them sort of people, they were easy of voice that they would listen to, and you can reason with.
I think that everyone's like even. I think like they're all equal. Like whether you're fat, skinny, brown, black, white, like it's alright.
Yes. Neil Kemp.
Paralympics 2020. It's a ball level match between GB and some runner-up team. It's the last minute and the ball is in Neil's stride. He goes fooling all the defenders, but he's stopped before the 3 pointers. He has no option but to shoot. And it's a basket. Yay! All the sexy girls go for him.
Okay, fantastic. Oh, we better get some ladies in here, I tell you. I better get cracking.
Now you're talking.
You can see Strand.
I'm from Afghanistan originally. I came here about 14, 15 years ago. In the country I'm from, we don't have a lot of sports people. But as me, coming from a place like that, having nothing, and then winning something, would be a big thing. So that's my plan, to do good for my kids, wife, and I know I'm still young, but that's the plan.
Not disrespect to any of the kids, obviously, that are from this hometown or locally or stuff like that, but I do believe that some of these kids that come from tough countries have a different kind of dedication. You know, I think they come from nothing and they actually want to achieve something.
Like Haroon, for example, he's come to England to try and make something for himself. You look anywhere in the world, sport, and to us when we chose boxing, it's a way out of poverty. It's a way out of poverty, isn't it?
That's me. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm famous.
Aspirations.
Be a great player and hopefully get placed in the GB team and in the Paralympics. Get a coaching course certificate or get to the highest levels of Wiltshire basketball, both as a coach and as a player.
That's you, yeah?
This is like playing in the finals of the Paralympics basketball and winning it. Just like Zinedine Zidane of Real Madrid, winning the Champions League finals, both as a player and as a coach.
Is that your aspirations then, yeah?
Yeah.
To play for Gambia at the Paralympics?
No, the GB team.
GB team, yeah?
See, that's better.
But it's possible though.
Yeah,
of course
exactly.
it's possible.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Bill.
Where's Bill? Oh.
We've had no end of exhibitions and competitions to try and get the younger people to come in. But if it hasn't got batteries and buttons, then they're not really interested.
Sounds like Bill.
That's true.
The words.
I think I would have been interested when I was young, but there was nothing like that there when I
Yeah,
did
but we
it.
didn't have
I don't know.
all the equipment then. We didn't have all the electronic gadgets.
I mean, there was all these things to go to when you was young, but you had other things to go to, didn't you?
Well, you went through actually
You went
mainly
to a
when
dance
you.
or a boozer and places like that.
But you don't get the youngsters at the exhibitions even, do you though, really, to see what
No.
they used to do?
I think we put restrictions on them.
Yeah.
Perhaps we put them off when they come and we're all old.
Yeah.
Or Leslie's an old.
No, Leslie, I think she's the youngest. I didn't think she'd stay.
I'm still here.
Yeah, you are. You are. Surprisingly, it's nice.
I tell you, that first night we got our money for 2 years in the marquetry society.
Did you really?
Oh, I was just going that one.
Oh, you made her pay 2
Made
years
her
up
pay
front?
2 years up front, so
Up
yeah,
front,
she
so
leaves.
you've got
So she's got to do
money.
it 2 years.
No, but it's funny because it's such a, everybody's night, we always have a laugh
Yeah.
and everything and that, but if it was if it weren't like that, then we
You wouldn't want to come.
If it was true.
Why do you do? I just felt like
If I
I'm
wasn't
a better
for
person.
I'd be out every day getting up to all sorts. It's quite a rough area we're in. And there's a lot of bad things going on. A lot of bad people. So you've got to make sure you're with the right people. And these are the right people right here at the gym.
That's why I'm coming. Keep me out of trouble.
Before I came to the gym, I was getting a lot of trouble. I got arrested twice in that.
Is it?
Before I came up, yeah.
If you wasn't coming to the gym after school, what would you be doing?
I'd have been silly, just to be honest.
Exactly. So that's a prime example.
Hanging around with all the top shotters.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, I can relate to that. Ginge, I think we can relate to that. Growing up in East London, obviously Dad was our coach, you know. If I didn't go boxing,
because what it is like a lack of a fatherly figure. Like you guys is like my sort of like fatherly figures that I needed before. That's what.
And obviously, I'm a family here. That's what we like that. Like, we love our, we love our kids. Like, we love all the boys. Just the way Dad loved all these boys. Like we've grown up, like me, Rash, Ginge, like we're doing the same there. We spend more time in the evenings in this boxing gym than we do at home with our kids. Watching the Olympics. Watching the boxing Olympics.
Yeah, he's good. You're doing well. Don't ever get too big to your boots, alright? You're doing alright? Listen, keep working hard on it, alright?
Come back. Watch some of that elite fighters. Let's go. So he's a bit of a celebrity, that boy.
Gets in the way of me being the best boxer I can be. Food, chips, fried chicken, burgers, all the bad
food. You know what? Television is so bad for kids at the moment.
You're another prime example. Like you were saying about Jay, you was how big was you when you started boxing?
95 kilos.
95 kilos.
Was you 95 kilos? You fat git. 95 kilos. How old was you? You were 10 years old.
14. At 14, he was 95 kilos. Through boxing,
that's
he's 60
95 kilos. 14 years old. That's shocking.
So really, people that see you and say, well, hang on a second, I used to know you as that little chubby kid, and now you're looking like that, should be a motivator for them to say, hang on a second, how do you do that? How do you do that?
It just proves, isn't it? You can do it. No matter how big or small you are, you can do it.
What did I say?
I'm always looking for another picture or subject which I can do in marquetry. I hope to leave some heirlooms for future generations.
When I do a picture, though, often if it's somebody likes it, they say, "Can I have that?"
Yeah. I think it's got something to that. You look round and say, "My dad done that," or "My mum done that."
You hope so.
I hope so. Yeah.
So they say.
Talk about it. There we go.
I normally take things step by step. I'm thinking now, win the championship coming up, try and get into the Olympics, win the Olympics, then go pro, win pro fights,
and then
become world champion. And then hopefully, if I become world champion, when I retire, I can go around talking to kids, telling them about what I've been through and stuff like that.
What's your view, son?
I think if you go out if you've got a name for yourself, kids will listen to you. Now, kids won't listen to me because obviously I haven't really done too much. But if I go out there, win a title, do something, then kids will listen to me. And then when I say something, they'll listen and maybe change themselves.
Basically, earn the respect. Basically, earn the respect. Yeah. Without that, kids will look up to you more. They will see you in a different light.
And a telling coach.
As the coach of this team, it gives me great pleasure to see the guys pushing themselves to become better. Not just in the sporting way, but seeing how confident they've become.
From my point of view, I see, like Randy does, I see how sport helps you and how that changes you. And how, what it's not just about the sport; it's about what that does for you outside of the game.
This game has literally, changed my life and the way of thinking.
Yeah, that's the Marcus Society one. It's a better explanation.
Sat here nearly for an hour when nobody's turned up. That was good. Get out! What is it in the EastEnders? Get out of my kitchen!
The small.
I'm on again.
Yeah. Small.
I aspire to help
shops
others
can't afford to go.
that are in the same problem I was in.
I said that. Yeah.
What did you say?
What did you say?
Yeah, I
aspire to help others.
When they got problems like you help me, I try to help other people.
You were so unhappy out
Yeah.
swimming there, you could
Oh,
see you were
Jesus.
lost. And I thought, well, I wonder if you do that.
Yeah. I didn't even know what you were talking about.
We didn't even know it.
No, we didn't know.
You found marquetry was therapeutic then?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
It is therapeutic.
Definitely.
You needed
I
to
didn't
meet
know.
more people, did
Yeah,
you really, Alex?
yeah.
Is that-
I knew lots of people, but I still wasn't doing things, you know, to
Mm.
occupy my mind.
Yeah.
And then I would walk away from those and go back home.
You're on your own?
On my own, yeah.
Yeah.
I went swimming one morning. I didn't know a soul there. And I thought to myself, I think I'll go swimming up and swim. I keep going down the road in and I throw myself and still swim out, I suppose, you know. And he said...
But it was too shallow.
Yeah. But he turned around and said, why'd you come marquetry? I said, marquetry? What's marquetry? And then when we got in the pool, he kept talking to me and going, no. And I said, all right, come. And that was it.
It's not about personal glory. It's just to see a kid come off the street, nurture him, and help the boy grow into a man. Watching him compete, listening to me teaching him not only about boxing, but life.
Yeah, definitely, that's one of the biggest things, isn't it?
You know a kid that comes in, he tries, as long as it was, give me 110, give me 100%, but I'm happy. But the great thing is you take a kid off the street, you nurture him, and he comes in the corner, you train him, and he boxes, you think, I'll taught that kid that. It's such, you can't get, money can't buy that.
Hello, what's gone wrong here?
No, it's come to the end of the
Program. Well, yeah, you better make sure that he's
So you've summed up this
5'2".
It's 9 o'clock. My husband wanted to. I said to him, come up and stay. He'd be sitting down there.
When they say, you know, you become part of something.
Hello.
Hold on, boys, thank you very much.
Connection. It's all got tits up here, FM.
Well, I'd actually started to think you'd have gone home.
We've got to update the Warriors, please. Madam.
I've nice
Oh my god, sorry, I've got to run.
Alright, cheers.
I'm laughing at Dave. Oh, Alan's crafty, he bought his stick.
Yeah. Come on, old man.
Here
we are. Here we are, Dad.
Just don't forget to put that gigantic thing. Don't leave that to me.